right, it's time to do a video on this because this has been so long. Like, the E30 is not working. I've literally had an issue of, when I went out of the last video that you guys saw, just after that, the car just cut out, right? So the car just cut out, and then it just wouldn't start again. Well, it starts, it cranks, but it doesn't stay running. So when you turn the key, it starts. Hang on, let me see if I can show you. Oh, I've done some more bits to it anyway, but once you turn the key, it starts and then it just dies. And I've gone down the route of doing all the fuel pump, thinking it's all like fuel situated and that, which I'll show you. Here, got everything here out. Done the pump. I've even got all of this here. Even taken this off, checked all the injectors underneath, which are actually all fine. One of them's not firing as much as it should, but I'll get that changed. The math, the relays, literally everything you can think of. Done the plugs, the rotor arm, the cap, everything, and it still hasn't changed anything at all. So this is where we're at. And also I've done one good thing, one positive. I've got a new front bumper. Hang on. Front bumper is on. I need to do some brackets on it to make sure the fog lights fit, but it is a Alpina B6 front bumper, so it fits perfectly as well, but the fog lights are a bit different. So I'm going to put some wood down, get it out. Because the car doesn't actually start, the process of getting this out is I'm going to move it on starter. So just put it in gear and just fucking crank it outwards. And I've also had to put down that, just so I can get it out, because my drive is kind of steep. So wish me luck.
Oh, Jack, a bit low like that, you'll never get it off.
I know, this is the issue. Fucking awful.
That's pretty low, mate.
Yeah, I'm after, thinking about buying an air ride for it.
Oh, what?
Air ride?
Oh, right, just...
Yeah. But it's a nightmare.
Looks good. Yeah, you'll never get it off.
Yeah, it looks good, but I can't get out. Right, let's try and get this thing running today. Right, now that's off, I can take the manifold off and get to put those gaskets on. Let's go. That's a nightmare, guys. You don't really want to take this fully off, like to all the fuel and that, because I only want to put that gasket on. Really, so we can leave it like that, boom, and we can literally get to the gaskets here. Fucking job, boys. Right, so what I'll do, I'll just clean up every single one, especially the ones down there as well, and replace it with the new ones to see what way they go, and go from there. I'll remember what way around that goes. Boom. They're all on. Finally, the manifold is on. That took me forever. Right. So we've got all the bolts underneath there. all done. But the hardest thing was this tubing, which is spring loaded. I don't know if you can see that or not. There. Was the hardest thing. But now I'll clean up this, get all this on, put a new gasket on, and go from there. That's all on. I didn't really film doing all of this sort of part because that's just going to be boring, and it was even boring just for me, so I didn't film that. But all that's on, that's all clipped in under there. Just got to put this on properly, just like that. And then the map, and then I just need to put in 3 spark plugs and probably just try and get it going, I suppose. Right, that is all on. The whole lot is done, and all that is on and bolted on. All I've got to do now is spark plugs, which are just along there. Put the spark plugs on, and then I'll start cranking it over. Oh no, I've got to do the fucking coolant sensor. I'll do that now. The one I'm changing, it's a 1-pin coolant sensor. Just goes in there. Ooh. It's looking kind of crusty. Okay, me and Kiva are ready to fucking get this. Turn the key and see if it starts. So hopefully it does start. Fingers crossed. I thought I'd put some plugs in the wrong way. It just revved its tits off. What the fuck have I done? Oh my gosh. I reckon that's this. There we go. Maybe that's it. It ran for longer. Okay, so the coolant temp sensor did not solve it, but I am waiting on a coolant level sensor. I don't know if this is causing it, because if you look, it's not actually got a float on it. I don't know if it's, you know, broken or not. But I want to make sure that I've got all the new coolant temp sensors all good to test it. Oh, I'll give it a go again. Okay, so it still don't run, but it runs better. I need to wait for a coolant level sensor because I want to test that to see if that fits.